Good afternoon. It is Friday, June 14th, 2013. This is your Island Blader speaking. Here's what's happening. First of all, Happy Flag Day! Anyway, my purpose of coming on here. Rex. I just saw an article here about Rex Ryan running his mouth in his bravado yet again that's saying I'm a better coach than what I'm given credit for. Rex, seriously? Rex, you have been the coach of this team. You're going on your 5th year as head coach of this football team. And you cannot keep saying stuff like this. Rex, you have ticked off a lot of people over the years from saying stuff like, if I were coach of the San Diego Chargers, I would have a Super Bowl right now. I'm not here to kiss Bill Belichick's rings. Okay? Maybe that was the one time the talking worked when they beat the Patriots in the 2010 AFC Divisional Playoff game. Okay? But a lot of times, saying other stuff, I just have to beat Peyton Manning just once, which he did. But the lowest of the lowest was when they played the Giants in 2011 in Week 16. And the Jets were putting a curtain over the Giants' Super Bowl trophies because it was a Jets home game, and that really came back to bite him in the butt too. And that was overboard, what he did then. But of all the stuff he has done over the years, he's just making himself look worse by saying all this. This is a critical year for him because if the Jets don't put up this year, Rex Ryan is probably no longer going to be the head coach of this team. Okay? It's bad enough that the Jets have taken a lot of scrutiny. Last year more than ever with the whole Tebow fiasco. And I can't blame that fully on Rex because deep inside, Rex Ryan did not want Tim Tebow. That's for sure. That was his ex-general manager's doing. And, like I said, Mike Tannenbaum confessed to wanting to bring in Tebow. And obviously Woody Johnson, well, he's probably too whatever about Tebow. He just wanted his wallet filled, using the Tebow thing for jersey sales. But, like I said, Tim Tebow was brought here for nothing. But Tim Tebow is the Patriots' problem now. He's the Patriots' problem. Like I said, I don't care. He's off my football team. Whatever. Okay? Whatever. But, Rex in this whole... look, it's bad enough Rex he took a lot of mockery last year for sticking with Mark Sanchez. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. Mark Sanchez was awful last season. He was putrid last year. But, what other choice did... And I don't want to hear, oh, well, he could have used Tebow. Rex Ryan is not that stupid to the point where, he see a beyond pathetic quarterback, a left-handed quarterback who cannot throw the football, and like I said, I prop Rex for not caving in to the Tebow idiots, okay? Tebow, why don't you play Tebow? Well, there's an obvious reason. Have you seen him throw the football? He stinks! Oh, well, that's just practice. Look how he shows up in a game. Practice is what gets you worthy of going onto the football field. Tim Tebow was put in there obviously out of spite by Tony Sparano for all his brilliance. Saying, Rex treated Tebow awfully. Well, look at all the other talent that gets treated awfully, okay? Look at all the other Jets that have been treated awfully over the years. All the fan favorites, all those guys that, couldn't get a new contract, that had put their heart and soul into this team, and everybody in this fan base loved them, and then they still, let him get away. So yes, the thing that does not make me happy about Rex is that he got rid of Mangini's talent that was working. Now, Mangini, good talent pick, good guy at picking talent, lousy coach. And yes, Rex Ryan got to those 2 AFC Championship games with mostly Eric Mangini talent. Okay? And as for Sanchez, look, late 2011, to 2012, he was bad. He wasn't that terrible in his first 2 years for what it's worth, And it's to the point where it's like, enough's enough, and, '09 and 2010 were great. Those were some fun times as a Jet fan. Those were some great times, despite Rex's mouth. But still, we were having fun. We were outdoing the Giants. And the Giants, their fans continue to mock the Jets no matter what. So, those were some fun times. The Jets being the toast of the town, all over the place, all over the news, here on local news here in New York. But, I mean, that's obviously dead now. And the Giants did in 2011 what the Jets couldn't do in 2009 and 2010, get to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl. And it was the Jets directly that got the Giants to the Super Bowl that year by crapping out the way they did. But, as for, Rex, the mount, he's gonna have to pipe it with all the bravado and everything else, okay? Because it seems like a lot of this stuff is for the Jets to get attention, to feel relevant, and to feel like we're not the little brother in this town anymore. But even despite the AFC Championship years, the Jets were still the little brother in this town, okay? They were. And they'll always be the little brother in this town. The redheaded stepchild that doesn't get the prom date. All right? But, I mean, it seemed fun at first, but now it's gotten to a point where you just kind of have to shut up, have a humble season this year. The year is not looking good for the Jets, okay? They face a lot of scrutiny, the quarterback situation. Like I said, when Tebow left, it was like, you saw me come on here and give a standing ovation, the day after Tebow got released. You saw that. But now, they've got the media hamming up Mark Sanchez and Geno Smith in that competition, saying Sanchez looks amazing, he looks this and that, and blah, blah, blah. And, and they're saying, Sanchez is Rex's baby, and that's why Sanchez didn't get benched last year, until the season was, over, and among everything else. So, like I said, but my main point here is that Rex has to kind of pipe it, just shut up, have a humble year, stop saying, your team is this and that and the other thing. It was one thing a few years ago when he said, I think my team can contend, blah, 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 but you can't go predicting the Super Bowl and everything else, okay? It's one thing to be confident in your team, but it's another when you just, put, how do I say that? What's the saying? When you put a target on there, when you put a target at their back, or however you say it, they're going to be manhunted, Anyway, with that said, this is John Blader speaking for now. Deuces. And I'm sorry about the phone interruption. Anyway.